Okay, so today what we're going to do is we're going to create a zine that's also a cootie catcher, also called a fortune teller. And what you're going to do is you're going to start by looking at the example of I Wandered Lonely as a Cloud by William Wordsworth. And so what I want you to do is find a poem that has approximately 24 lines or less, and you're going to create a cootie catcher based on that poem. Okay, so it should be about 24 lines or less. You can also do a longer poem if you'd like, and you'll just have to pick sections to use. So in this example, there are 4 stanzas and there are 24 lines. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to break it into threes. So I'm going to have it break here and here. And what you want to do is you want to think about where you want the poem to break, okay? Don't just do it without any thought.
So for each of these sections, I want to come up with a symbol that represents each section or each stanza. So for the first one, it says, I wandered lonely as a cloud that floats on high o'er vales and hills, when all at once I saw a crowd, a host of golden daffodils, beside the lake beneath the trees, fluttering and dancing in the breeze. So I'm going to use a symbol with the sun and clouds for that first stanza. And then the next stanza reads, continuous as the stars that shine and twinkle on the Milky Way, they stretched in never-ending line along the margin of a bay. 10,000 saw I at a glance, tossing their heads in sprightly dance. So I'm going to use the stars that shine. I'm going to use stars and a moon for that stanza. The next stanza reads, the waves beside them danced, but they outdid the sparkling waves in glee. A poet could not but be gay in such a jocund company. I gazed and gazed, but little thought what wealth the show to me had brought. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the waves with the sun on that one. And last it says, for oft when on my couch I lie, in vacant or in pensive mood, they flash upon that inward eye, which is the bliss of solitude. And then my heart with pleasure fills and dances with the daffodils. And so I'm going to use this inward eye as that last stanza. And then for the overall arching theme, I'm going to use daffodils. So
you're going to have a template for your zine. It's going to look like this. And you'll have steps. And it's going to take you through what to do for your poem. And the first step is that you're going to identify 4 symbols in the poem, find reference, and then you're going to take some time and draw them on a scrap piece of paper, like on here. And then you're going to fill each of these squares, or this will be symbol 1, symbol 2, symbol 4, and symbol 3. Okay, so you're going to draw your symbols into these boxes, just like I did right here. Okay, so 1 is waves, 2 is stars, 3 is inward eye, and 4 is clouds. Okay, doesn't have to be in order. And then what you want to do is for these triangles, this is kind of that background image. What you're going to do is you're going to create the main idea or the overarching theme. You're going to come up with a symbol for that, which I have daffodils. And then what you want to do is you just want to draw almost like a pattern, super light with pencil. You're going to go over it with a gray colored pencil. And you want to keep this fairly simple and light, all right, because that's going to be this part of your template. You're going to draw right onto this template, okay? And then finally what you're going to do is you're going to take your lines as you broke them out. And so you're gonna write along this line, I wandered lonely as a cloud, and then turn it, and then a host of golden daffodils. So each section that you broke it into, you're gonna write, and that's gonna be always facing the same direction as this number right here. So it'll be facing up here and it'll be facing, this will be facing up. So your words will go like this, okay? All right, and it shows that on your instructions. If you look right here, it's gonna show you up, 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 up. So that'll show you which direction to write your letters in, okay? And once you have it all the way done, like I do right here, you're gonna cut it out along the outer edge, okay? And I used a paper cutter, which you can as well. And then what you're gonna do is you're going to color it, all right? And when you draw these symbols, you're gonna start by drawing them in pencil after you've practiced them onto your scrap paper. And you wanna try to make them so that they look unified. So mine are all done in circles. You can do that any way you like, but they should look like they kind of belong together.
So before you start coloring, you're going to go over your drawings in ink and erase all your pencil lines. Once you get all your pencil lines erased, you can go in with colored pencil and start coloring. And what you want to think about is the color choices that you're making, because you want to make sure that it remains a unified piece. And one of the easiest ways you can do that is with color choice.
Okay. All right, so try to maintain some unity when you're creating this, and one of the easiest ways to create unity is through a unified color palette. So all of these look great. This one is a little different, and that's okay. You want them to be different, but you just don't want them, you want them to hold together. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just come over the edges with orange over here, just to help pull it together. I'm gonna let it stay pink in the center. And you'll see kind of the difference. When I'm done. And so one of the ways you can create unity is through subject, which we have going right for us because it's the poem. It's symbols from the poem. And the other way, and the easiest way, is actually through color. So pay attention to that, and when you're creating your zine on your poem, just try to maintain a consistent color palette, and that's going to help it look good when it's done, okay? So folding instructions, let's go through. So you can do something in here too if you want. What you want to do though is you want to make sure it stays pretty light. And if you want to even do some little drawings in here, go ahead. Like if you want to do, it might be cute to do a daffodil in the center or something. You can do that. You don't have to though. Okay. And when you do this, you guys, you want to do your words in ink, and you want to make sure that you are trying to color lightly so that you don't cover your words. Super important that it stays legible, okay? Alrighty, so there we got our colored zine, and we have some folding instructions. All right, so first thing you're gonna do is cut out your template along your edges. I've already done that. And then you're gonna fold vertically and horizontally, and then open it back up. And I'm gonna do it on the table so you can see. And you wanna take your time and do a good job on this part. You kind of wanna hold it in place. So once you get it lined up, hold it in place, take your finger, push in the center, and then push out and push out, okay? And then you're gonna fold it the other way. And again, you wanna take your time and make sure you get it lined up as close as you can. You don't have to be too much of a perfectionist, you guys, but you wanna take your time and do a good job on this part so that it works really well when you're done. Okay, and then we're gonna open it back up. and turn it over, and you're going to fold all of your corners up towards the center, okay? Just like that, okay? And then you're going to turn it over, and you're going to fold the corners again towards the center. Hold it in place. If you accidentally don't turn it over or something, it's okay. I mean, don't stress out, just go back and do it again the right way. Okay, so once you get to this point, it should look like this. So all of your numbers and your central theme image should be in the center, should look like that. And you're going to turn it over, and then you're going to see all of your 4 symbols right here. Your 4 symbols will be on top. And then you want to just kind of take it and fold it. I fold it in the center, and I fold it again just to get it ready. And then what you're going to do is you're going to put your thumb under one side, kind of pop it up, and your finger under the other side, and do the same thing on the left. And then you're going to kind of push it together, and then you can kind of poke it open a little bit if it got folded, just like that. And you can see the finished cootie catcher, right? And so what you're going to do is you're going to pick a number. So I'm going to say, I'm going to pick 4. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then pick another number, and I'm going to say 3. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and then you're going to pick your final number. I'm going to say 2. Open it up, and it says, a host of golden daffodils beside the lake beneath the trees, fluttering and dancing in the breeze. So your poem is all here on the inside. And it just gives you a great way to kind of give a better understanding of your poem. And I hope you guys like this. I think it's really fun. You guys will have fun messing around with them. And like, you can create them on any poem that you want. It would be fun to try to do, you know, one of Edgar Allan Poe's poems would always be cool. You know, you could do The Raven or The Telltale Heart. So have fun with this, you guys.